What happens when your ex-wife starts dating your teammate's son, who also happens to be the son of your former rival? Larsa Pippen has been making headlines for years since her divorce from NBA legend Scottie Pippen. But when she started dating Michael Jordan's son, yes, that Michael Jordan, while also getting romantically linked to her own son's teammate, things went from messy to absolutely explosive. And Scottie Pippen, he finally broke his silence.
Wants to know, how do you feel about the relationship?
His response shocked everyone, especially Larsa. This is the untold story of one of the most complicated, controversial, and public divorces in sports history. Buckle up, because it gets wild. Let's rewind to where it all began.
I feel like we were together, we had such a great run. We were together for 21 years.
Yeah.
So no, I feel like it was...
Scottie and Larsa Pippen weren't just any celebrity couple. They were basketball royalty. Married in 1997, right in the heart of Scottie's legendary run with the Chicago Bulls, they seemed to have it all. 4 beautiful children, Scottie Jr., Preston, Justin, and Sophia. A life of luxury, fame, and success. From the outside, it looked like the perfect basketball dynasty marriage. Red carpets, championship rings, a family that seemed untouchable. But behind closed doors, the cracks were already starting to show. For over 2 decades, they stayed together through ups and downs, separations and reconciliations. But by 2021, after 24 years together, it was finally over. The divorce was finalized, and what came next would turn their private struggles into a very public spectacle. The first separation came in 2016, and with it came the whispers. Rumors started swirling almost immediately. Larsa was allegedly involved with other men, most notably rapper Future. The gossip blogs were on fire. Social media went into overdrive. Everyone had an opinion. Larsa denied cheating. She insisted that anything that happened during their separations. "We were apart," she said. "I wasn't doing anything wrong." But the narrative was already set. And unlike most celebrity exes who retreat into privacy after a split, Larsa did the opposite. She leaned into the spotlight. Here's where things get interesting. Most people after a high-profile divorce keep their dating life under wraps. Not Larsa. She became remarkably open about her romantic preferences, her encounters, and especially her attraction to NBA players.
I don't really go by age, do you?
No, you go by vibes, energy.
I recently was dating a guy that was my age.
Okay.
And
you didn't like it?
No, I think he was just very immature.
Oh.
And I literally had to say to him, I said, there's a reason, like every relationship you take something from it, and I took from that little relationship that age is nothing but a number.
You look for emotional age, not...
I think emotional maturity is more important than actual age.
She talked about it on podcasts. She posted about it on social media. She gave interviews about what she was looking for in a man. And more often than not, those men were younger, athletic, and very much in the public eye. This transparency created something Scottie Pippen, a man known for his composure and professionalism, had to constantly navigate. Every headline, every Instagram post, every new rumor, it was all out there for the world to see. And for the most part, Scottie stayed silent. While Larsa was living her life out loud, Scottie took a completely different approach. He maintained what can only be described as a dignified silence. No petty Instagram posts, no shady tweets, no tell-all interviews. When asked about the divorce, his responses were measured and brief. The marriage is over. What the media says is just press. That was it. Cool, calm, collected. It was a coping mechanism. By detaching himself from the drama and framing the situation as concluded, Scottie was able to maintain his dignity while the world watched his ex-wife date her way through the NBA.
Let me just talk about Malik Beasley for one quick second.
Oh, God.
I told you no.
You did tell me no. That one I should have...
But how long could that silence last? Now let's talk about Larsa's dating roster. Because it reads like an NBA all-star lineup. Tristan Thompson? Linked. Eric Moreland? Confirmed. Malik Beasley? Oh, we'll get to him in a minute. Larsa developed a reputation for dating NBA players, often younger ones. She was open about it, even defending her preferences in interviews. "I like what I like," she said. "Age is just a number." But here's the problem. When you have children involved, children who are either in the NBA or aspiring to be, these relationships aren't just personal.
Because I had COVID brain. I had just had COVID. I was stuck in my house. I hadn't gone anywhere, and he was there, and he was like on me, like, let me come see you. And I thought, okay.
They become professional complications. Imagine being Scottie Jr., trying to build your own basketball career while your mom is dating guys in your league. It was messy, it was uncomfortable, and it was about to get much worse. November 2020. The world is in the middle of a pandemic, and photos surface of Larsa Pippen holding hands with NBA player Malik Beasley. The internet exploded. Why? Because Malik Beasley was married, with a child. The photos didn't just spark controversy, they reportedly contributed to Beasley's divorce. His wife was blindsided. Fans were outraged, and Scottie Jr., he publicly expressed his disappointment, though in a measured way.
The status of your relationship with Scottie.
We're best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We co-parent the same.
And
we
you are
love each
officially
other.
divorced.
But here's where Scottie Pippen finally responded. He sent Larsa a text message. Just one line. Go ahead. Keep talking to these losers. Mic drop. For years, Scottie had stayed quiet. But this crossed a line. The disrespect wasn't just toward him anymore. It was affecting their children. Larsa would later call the relationship with Malik Beasley a mistake, blaming pandemic, isolation for clouding her judgment. But the damage was done. Just when you thought things couldn't get more complicated, Larsa started dating Marcus Jordan in 2022. Yes, Michael Jordan's son. Let that sink in for a moment. Scottie Pippen's ex-wife, dating the son of Michael Jordan. The same Michael Jordan who Scottie had a famously complicated relationship with. The same Michael Jordan who many believe overshadowed Scottie's legacy. The Bulls dynasty tension, it was back, and it was personal. Michael Jordan himself publicly disapproved of the relationship. Fans were divided. Some found it messy, others found it hilarious, but everyone had an opinion. And Larsa? She claimed Scottie was okay with it. She suggested that whatever feelings he had, he kept them private. But then, in February 2024, Larsa and Marcus broke up. And Scottie? He posted a cryptic video on Instagram. No words. Just a video that fans immediately interpreted as subtle shade. Once again, Scottie let his actions, or lack thereof, speak louder than words. But wait, there's more. Eric Moreland? Larsa dated him from 2018 to 2019. Low profile, no major drama. Ben Simmons? Rumors swirled, but Larsa denied any involvement.
Are you gonna be a model now?
What you talking about, man?
You was on the runway. How was it?
It's all good.
Oh, is this a one and done, or you gonna continue with a model career? Y'all look good. Great day.
And then, in 2025, photos surfaced of Larsa with Dennis Rodman Jr. Yes, the son of another Bulls legend. But Larsa quickly shut that down, confirming she was actually dating Jeff Kobe, a 31-year-old former pro basketball player. At this point, you have to wonder, does Larsa have a type? Or is she just working her way through basketball history? Here's what often gets lost in all the gossip. The kids, Scottie Jr., Preston, Justin, and Sophia didn't ask for any of this. They didn't choose to have their family drama play out in tabloids and Twitter threads. But they're living with the consequences. Scottie Jr., who's trying to build his own NBA career, has had to deal with public embarrassment and scrutiny that no young player should face. The family dynamics have been complicated by their mother's very public dating choices, and Larsa herself has acknowledged this. She admitted that her children had input in her breakup with Marcus Jordan. They were affected, they had opinions, and for once, she listened. Let's address the elephant in the room. Why is Larsa's dating life dissected and criticized to this degree, while men's post-divorce dating rarely receives the same scrutiny? Social media is obsessed with Larsa's choices. Every relationship is analyzed, every photo is memed, every interview is clipped and shared. But when men date younger women after divorce, crickets. The double standard is real. And whether you think Larsa's choices are empowering or embarrassing, the unequal treatment is undeniable. That said, the public fascination often overshadows something important. Larsa's individual identity beyond Scottie Pippen's ex-wife, and Scottie's own life and growth beyond the drama. Of course, no divorce story is complete without talking about the financials. Larsa was awarded half of Scottie's NBA pension, plus spousal and child support. For some, this seemed fair. She supported his career for over 2 decades, raised their children, and sacrificed her own ambitions. For others, it sparked debate. Was the settlement too generous? Did Scottie get a raw deal? Larsa has been vocal about the sacrifices she made during the marriage. I supported his career. I raised our kids. I was there, she said in interviews. Money, as always, complicates everything. So where does that leave us today? Larsa is currently dating Jeff Kobe, a 31-year-old former professional basketball player. The relationship has been stable, low controversy, no scandal. And Scottie, he's maintained his silence on this relationship, just as he has with most others. It seems both are finally moving forward on their own terms. Here's the truth. There are no simple heroes or villains in this story. Larsa is navigating her identity and happiness after a 21-year marriage. She's raising 4 children in the public eye. She's made mistakes, sure, but she's also living authentically, even if that authenticity makes people uncomfortable. Scottie has maintained his dignity throughout. He's focused on his children and his legacy. He's dealt with media scrutiny without stooping to pettiness. But he's also human, with private feelings we'll probably never fully understand. And the children? They're the ones caught in the middle, impacted by family dynamics and public exposure they never asked for. This story raises bigger questions beyond just Scottie and Larsa. Age gap relationships, women's agency post-divorce, the influence of social media on personal lives, family boundaries in the age of constant connectivity. Larsa has even dated a 47-year-old NBA coach, emphasizing that for her, emotional maturity matters more than age. These themes resonate because they're not just about celebrity gossip, they're about how we all navigate relationships, judgment, and public perception in the modern world. Let's circle back to Scottie's approach one more time. His silence hasn't been weakness, it's been strategy, with only two notable exceptions: the text to Larsa after the Malik Beasley scandal and the cryptic Instagram post after the Marcus Jordan breakup. Scottie has avoided public confrontation and media drama. He's calculated, he's controlled, and in many ways his non-reactions have been more powerful than any interview or social media rant ever could be. So what's the takeaway here? Both Larsa and Scottie are moving forward with their lives and priorities. They're navigating the challenges of balancing public scrutiny, personal choices, and family dynamics in ways that work for them. This story isn't about who's right or wrong. It's about dignity, personal growth, the lasting impact of social media, and the reality that even legends like Scottie Pippen aren't immune to the messy, complicated nature of modern relationships. The world will keep watching. The headlines will keep coming. But at the end of the day, two people who once built a life together are now building separate ones. And maybe, just maybe, that's okay. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of sports' most talked about divorces, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Up next, we're breaking down another celebrity relationship that shocked the world. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. See you in the next one.